One of Polar Korea's top negotiators is on his way to Washington to encounter U.S. officials front of a probable other summit conference among Kim Jong-un and U.S. CEO Donald Trump. Southward Korean accountable say how Kim Yong-chol, flyer of Beijing, is transport else email of Mr. Kim to Mr. Trump. He is anticipated to encounter U.S. Secretariat of Country Mike Pompeo on Friday, Southward Korea's Yonhap news story agent told. Assumption is installation how the other summit conference could be detained in Vietnam. The Polar Korean lead is planned to journey to the communistic-run nation for an formal country trip once in February, Reuters news story agent is accountability, quoting nameless source. Slight advance has been done on Polar Korean denuclearization with a historical meet in Singapore recent June among Mr. Kim and Mr. Trump. Meantime else elder Polar Korean formal, defect Foreign Secretary Ko Chil-hui, is header to Sweden, wherever she could encounter Washington's specific member for Pyongyang Stephen B. Gunn, accountable tell. General Kim Yong-chol, a ex-spymaster frequently called to as Kim Jong-un's order brush person, has founded as Polar Korea's conduct mediator in latter negotiations in the U.S. Same's a contentious drawing, and has been charged of masterminding attacks on Southward Korean warships for his period as war intellect head in 2010. He recent attended Washington in June, while he brought a email to Mr. Trump front of historical negotiations among both of countries. It's not precise. The recent period Mr. Kim went to the U.S., his email to Mr. Trump emerging to include helping get the Singapore summit conference behind on path. Talks among both of countries include stalled with later, but the meet could be which it conducted to restarting negotiations. Over the monthly Mr. Trump told how the U.S. and Polar Korea were negotiations above a position for else summit conference, but U.S. officials include not stipulated any future detailed information. The meetings in Washington could complete plans for the summit conference, but fair as essential, analysts tell, would be an insight of which the order of business would be. In his yearly New Year's speaking a few weeks back, Mr. Kim told he was devoted to denuclearization, but alerted how he would changing year if U.S. sanctions regime remained. Both of parties signed a collateral in Singapore to denuclearize the Korean peninsula, although it was never precise which the would involve.